It was once said, you're only alive between your first heartbeat until your next. This is the latest RS3, and its sole job is to break you out of the matrix. As the baby RS model of the Audi lineup, it's the most attainable. It's now the only model in the entire Volkswagen family that uses this 5-cylinder engine. But what's really important here is the identity owning an RS3 bestows upon you. You see, the RS3 is usable enough to deem it as a sensible pick. From the sedan layout in the US to the Quattro all-wheel drive, there isn't really a scenario the RS3 can't tackle. But you don't buy the RS3 just to be sensible. You buy it to push the limit and boundaries. And the best part? The RS3 pushes back. Goading you? No. Don't go home after work. Go for a drive. Enjoy life. You can sleep later. You've worked hard, now reap the fruits of your labor. It's time to control the matrix. Don't let it control you. It's this specific combination of features that differentiates, let's say, your normal run-of-the-mill Audi A3 from this RS3. I mean, there are people that can obviously go buy an S3 and do one of those stage 2, stage 3 upgrade kits and be like, yeah, I can get 585 horsepower. Their car breaks the next day.
Exactly. Very similar to PC DIY, which is actually why we are here at Origin PC, because they have a turnkey solution that is like having an Audi RS3 for the PC space.
After being in this, it's honestly a finely tuned machine. You don't have to do anything to it. I mean, you just get in this thing and the experience, the performance.
People want the same thing. Like when they go to a store and they order a laptop and a desktop, they want this to be a top-notch experience, top-notch performance out of the box, and that's what they're expecting. And now they have a program like that, and it's called AMD Advantage. Oh, and by the way, see, this is about PCs. So, what is AMD Advantage? It's just like getting an Audi RS3. It's a turnkey solution for a top-of-the-line experience. Now, just as we said earlier, you can totally buy an S3 and modify it to even have more horsepower than an RS3. But a lot can go wrong, just like it can in PC DIY.
Oh my God.
While channels like ours are here to help you with PC building, just like there are channels that help you upgrade your turbocharger, there are still customers that prefer to buy an RS model knowing they can just take the key, hit the start button, and have an absolutely amazing piece of machinery. That, at its core, is the same as AMD Advantage. They are looking at the performance, the components, the thermals, and even the acoustics. Each of these areas have stringent criteria, both for desktops and laptops, and when you see that AMD Advantage, it represents a team of people at AMD ensuring that the experience you have with each one of these systems is at a super high quality and absolutely consistent. When it comes to AMD Advantage for desktops, it's all about having the top-end AMD family of hardware. That means the recently released the 7950 X3D or 7900 X3D or the 7950X are the only CPU options that must be paired with their top-end Radeon 7900 XTX GPU. At least 850 watt gold PSUs, a minimum of 32 gigs of DDR5 6000 mega transfer RAM, and a minimum of 2 terabytes of Gen 4 NVMe storage. This ensures that neither the PSU, the RAM, or the storage bottleneck or impede your desktop performance in any way, shape, or form. One of the hardest parts that people have when jumping into the PC space is knowing exactly which parts to put together, not just for building the PC, but even when you're shopping for a pre-built system, knowing what is the best thing to put inside of them. See, that's why here at Robeytech, we are doing those live streams to help educate people and show you the step-by-step process. But even if you watch my videos and live streams, the reality is, things can still go wrong. I have horror stories from viewers who followed my videos exactly, except they wanted to save a buck. So what do? They buy a budget PSU, and the next thing they know, their entire system is fried. And they didn't know any better. And it's not just that. It's people who use PC Part Picker and Newegg Builder. And the component thing says, you know what, it's all fine, but it's not fine. Their PC ends up in a hot box. It's not actually cooling the PC, and that is a problem. With AMD Advantage, that is all managed for you. AMD engineers have literally hand-chosen partners to co-develop these systems. And I want to make something really clear. Each of these systems is then physically shipped over to AMD to go through an in-depth validation, and if they don't meet a single criteria, one, then they do not get the AMD Advantage badge. No matter which system you choose, you are ensured that you're going to get a PC or laptop with no hardware issues, no bottlenecks. You can't misconfigure or downgrade your AMD Advantage system to ruin your experience either as a content creator or a gamer. Guys, this is huge. When it comes to laptops, this program creates an umbrella for a bunch of different classes of laptops, from like your ultra-thin gaming laptop like the Lenovo Legion 7 Slim to your more gamer-focused laptop like the Evo 16S. For the past 3 years, AMD has been working with top-tier partners to refine the criteria to make sure that the experience you're getting with these laptops is at its absolute best. Guys, this isn't just about performance. Sure, you're gonna get the 6000 series, both CPUs and GPUs. And yes, when 7000 series comes out, of course, it's gonna be part of the new generation of AMD Advantage laptops. I have been gaming on this Evo 16S for the last half hour. AMD Advantage criteria states that you need to be able to play a game for at least an hour unplugged. Now, some of this is because of Smart Shift technology that's helping make the best use of the power you have, moving workflow between the CPU and the GPU. But for battery life, you also have Smart Shift Eco, Smart Access Graphics, and of course FreeSync that are working in concert to give you that hour of gameplay. I can use the WASD keys and my fingers aren't burning. And I can put my hands on the rest and it's not melting. And even the temperature that is maximum, so when I close the lid, it doesn't burn my hands. Additionally, this is running insanely quiet. AMD Advantage states that you have to have a profile that is optimal between the acoustics of the fans and the power of the GPU, so this thing doesn't sound like a jet engine that just wants to jump off my lap. Then there is the cherry on top, and that is that these partners, and in this case Origin PC, set up the AMD Adrenalin software so it is ready to go the moment it hits your desk. That gives you access to things like Fidelity Super Resolution, which could double your frame rates, Smart Access Video, which is awesome for you content creators, or even Smart Access Memory, giving your CPU access to the GPU's RAM and improving performance by up to 15%. By the way, if you want to see more about these technologies and how to improve, like say for instance, your 7900 XTX, you should check out our video right here about squeezing more performance. And it is not even going to just stop right there. We're talking about improvements to the technology, things like FSR 3.0. And then there is the best part, like the very much coveted Hyper RX, which is coming very soon. It's a single button optimizer. You just push one button, it turns on all the technologies you need for you, giving you the best performance without any of the fuss. Speaking of no fuss, one of the reasons that we chose Origin PC is because Origin PC not only makes AMD Advantage desktops, but they also make AMD Advantage laptops. This is kind of the perfect opportunity to talk about how critical companies like Origin PC or Xidax or Falcon Northwest are so key to the success of this program, because what they are doing via their quality control and services support are ensuring that you're getting that experience that AMD has worked so hard to protect. Okay, so quality control. We're actually here on the floor at Origin where we just got an entire tour talking about their quality control, and that's important. When you think about how much trouble AMD went through to get the PC validated, you know, with having it sent to them and then ensuring it was going to meet all of those standards we talked about, well, it is just as equally important that AMD feels confident that that system, when you order it from any one of their partners, that when it gets to you, it's actually going to be the AMD Advantage system that you and they expect. That's where quality control comes in. And guess what? Every company is so different. Origin, they use an automated system with human oversight, of course, using tools like OCCT, which they have collaborated with those developers to make sure the tool is just right for the processes they do here, where they find things like when a 7950X3D is actually going to park its cores, or that a 7900X is actually hitting its optimal performance even when it was max under load. That way, just ensuring that when you get that system, when it arrives in this wooden crate, that it is everything that you expect and at the quality control that AMD signed off when they had the system when it was first sent to them. On top of AMD working with very select partners to sell AMD Advantage systems, one of the things that those partners can do to make it better for you is, of course, the upgrade process. And it's not just about upgrading hardware. Sure, you can throw 128 gigs of DDR5 inside of a laptop, or maybe a 40 terabyte NVMe drive inside of a desktop. But one of the things Origin has done is they've taken it to the next level. Of course, you can get all the RGB you want, and it looks so good on this Robeytech system you see right here. But there's also the option of UV printing, like what you're seeing here, or laser etching. In fact, when we started this project, Deb worked extensively with the team over at Origin to come up with designs inspired by the Audi RS3, and you can see that what we landed on was not only epic and representative of the car, but also just turned out so great. And not only did they turn out great, but they performed great also. Okay, it's been a jam-packed video, and we have talked about a lot, but I'd be a bit of a jerk if I didn't cover this PC that we're going to be giving away. Let's just pop through some benchmarks for this system, and I'm going to show you a smattering of some top games, because one lucky gamer is going to get really excited about the fact that this PC is going to last them a long time. Oh, and bonus, don't forget, you could always send this PC back to Origin as part of their upgrade program and get it upgraded later on at no additional cost to you. Now, if you want to check out the laptops, we got some great videos for those. They're down in the description below, so you can go check all that stuff out if you want to. Okay, so let's see. We've covered pretty much everything. I think we've got customization, quality control. We talked about the program holistically. I think the last thing we need to do is go see if the car's still there.
That was such a fun week.
It was.
Hot, but fun. But I gotta know, would you get one?
Yeah, you know what? I'm a PC DIY guy, but I would definitely like the guesswork at it.
No, I'm not talking about AMD Advantage. I'm talking about this, the Audi RS3.
Oh, well.
I mean, I was so excited that they had this Python yellow. It's one of my favorites.
Yeah, and Origin knocked it out of the park with matching the laptop with the car.
Oh, yeah.
It made me want it even more. And
yeah, but I want to drive this 5-cylinder engine one more time. So.
Oh, before you do that, Deb, I actually forgot one of the laptops in the conference room. Do you mind grabbing it?
Yeah, yeah. I saw it. I'll go grab it.
Cool. Thanks. Now is that moment. You have heard me mention it throughout the video, but you want to know, how do I win this amazing piece of engineering from the team here at Origin? Well, look down in the description below for all of the details on how this PC could power your silicon dreams in either your game or workspace. I really do appreciate AMD, Origin, and Corsair for sponsoring this video. I would love to know down in the comments below, did you find out something about the AMD Advantage program that either surprised you or that you didn't even know about? Now, while you're down there, make sure you like and subscribe. And while you're at it, go ahead and hit that notification bell too, because we have some amazing videos like this one that you will not want to miss. Oh, and by the way, we aren't just here. You can also catch our live streams over at twitch.tv/Robeytech or here on YouTube at youtube.com/RobeytechLive, along with all of our other content across all our other social media channels at Robeytech absolutely everywhere. Now, if you want to continue this conversation or have further questions about the AMD Advantage program, you should hang out over at our Discord server, discord.gg/Robeytech, where you can meet other tech and PC enthusiasts that love to talk about these very same subjects. Guys, thank you so much for watching this video, and I look forward to seeing you on our next PC and tech adventure.